Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're here today with me for Goof and Giggle story time. How are you today? Are you good? I'm so happy. I want to say hello to Clara and Ashley and Brandon. Hi, and Declan, Harper and Liv and Ari. I'm so glad to see you. I see Bobby and Jimmy. Yeah, I do. I see you. Hi, Ashley. All right, so we're going to get started with our book, and it's called Guess How Much I Love You. Are you ready? This is a really cute book. I have to tell you something first, though. It has a long word called nut brown. Nut brown is the color of kind of a reddish brown. So they're going to call this rabbit a Nutbrown Hare. And hare is another name for a rabbit, a special kind of rabbit. Not hair like this, but a special kind of rabbit. Are you ready to get started? Good. Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney. Sorry. Here we are. Little Nutbrown Hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to Big Nutbrown Hare's very long ears. He wanted to be sure that Big Nutbrown Hare was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could really guess that, said Big Nutbrown Hare. Is he whispering in those great big ears? This much, said Little Nutbrown Hare, stretching out his arms as wide as he could. Can you stretch out your arms as wide as you can? Really big? That's really wide. Good job. Let's see what happens next. Uh-oh. Big Nutbrown Hare had even longer arms. But I love you this much, he said. That is a lot, thought Little Nutbrown Hare. Daddy has much longer arms, doesn't he? I love you as high as I can reach, said Little Nutbrown Hare. How high up can you reach? Can you reach really, really high? Can you? Let me see. You are reaching high. I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nutbrown Hare. That is very high, thought Little Nutbrown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. He will someday, won't he? Then Little Nutbrown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. I love you all the way to my toes, he said. What a happy trick that is. And I love you all the way to your toes, said Big Nutbrown Hare, swinging him high over his head. Whee! That looks like fun, doesn't it? I love you as high as I can hop, laughed Little Nutbrown Hare, bouncing up and down. It's fun to hop, isn't it? But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled Big Nutbrown Hare, and he hopped so high that his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought Little Nutbrown Hare. I wish I could hop like that. He's not so big yet, is he? I love you all the way down the lane, as far as the river, cried Little Nutbrown Hare. I love you across the river and over the hills, said Big Nutbrown Hare. That's very, very far, thought little Nutbrown Hare. He was almost too sleepy to think anymore. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes, out into the big dark night. Nothing could be farther than the sky. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and he closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said Big Nutbrown Hare. That is very, very far. I think he's getting sleepy. Nutbrown Hare settled little Nutbrown Hare into the bed of leaves. He leaned over and kissed him good night. That's sweet, isn't it? That's so nice. Then he lay down close by and whispered with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. That's a very long way, isn't it? And that's a very much lot of love, isn't it? A lot of love. Yes, there's a lot of love in this book. Did you enjoy the story of the Nutbrown Hare? Did you make your arms go really wide and really high? Was that fun? Good. Thank you for joining me today on Goof and Giggle Storytime with Sharon, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, littles.